Let's turn to The Voice now. The AFL has thrown its support behind the Indigenous Voice to Parliament constitutional proposal, following Rugby Australia's announcement to also support a yes vote. It comes after a recent poll showed a sharp decline in support for the yes vote for the referendum from 58 to 53%. The Prime Minister today welcomed the decision. But it was a sentiment not shared by former PM Tony Abbott, who said Rugby Australia is the latest sports body to succumb to moral blackmail and come out for the voice. He says this is totally different from 1967 or ending white Australia. It's entrenching race into our constitution and changing our system of government. He says, as a former rugby player, I hope no one will feel bullied by this most regrettable decision by a code that should have known better. Well, to discuss this and the day's other big stories, let's bring in the Australian newspaper's associate editor and Sky News host of The Front Page every night at 10:30, Jenna Clarke. Jenna, great to see you. Look, this is shaping up now as a big dispute over The Voice. Look, proponents of The Voice say they're not disheartened by the recent poll dive because they say the campaign's only just beginning and they hope that some of the sporting leaders will be able to change minds. How do you think it's looking?
I think Anthony Albanese will probably owe, if the yes referendum does get over the line, he probably owes it all to the institutions like the AFL, Rugby Australia and the NRL, because we heard this week that Rachael Perkins, a film director, was speaking at an event in Wentworth for Allegra Spender, the Teal Independent there, and she basically hinted that she kind of knows that the voice vote will happen on October 15, which is around the time the footy finals have just finished, so we'll all be glued to our phones and our screens to watch the final weeks of the footy and things like that. So I think the fact that all of these codes are now getting behind it will add a lot of momentum to the Yes campaign. But I think Anthony Albanese will all come down to what these organisations say, because at the end of the day, I think most Australians are probably going to listen to footy players rather than politicians.
Yeah, no, that's for sure.